Hi gang, Doug here. Welcome to yet another board game channel and yet another turn of Robinson Crusoe. We are still trying to do the Castaways scenario. We're into turn 3 and we have not started on the on the wood pile yet. We also we haven't even created fire. But yeah, there's a lot of other stuff that has to be done as well. No apparent mistakes last time. Nobody pointed any out anyway. So we will just get into turn 3. And yes, first phase, events. We're going to be picking a card. Alright, here we go. What happens to, let's see, the Explorer is our first player right now. These usually affect the first player. Loss of hope. That's not good. Loss of hope is the end. We can ignore that symbol. This round, the first player can only build, tidy the camp, and rest. Okay, well, I guess that's all the Explorer is going to be working on then, those three things. This will be going into our threat area. We can assign one person to this card to rest, discard the card, and get a determination. And if we don't get rid of this card before it moves through the threat area, we'll lose 2 morale. Blah. Okay. We will be getting rid of that as soon as we can. Speaking of morale, the morale phase, it's visible, so we are still on 1 morale, which means our Explorer is going to get 1 determination token. Next up, production phase. On our spot, we are going to get a bit of wood and a bit of perishable food, which is going to go straight into our available resources. And now we will be moving on to the action phase. So, given what that card says, we're going to have to think about what our actions are going to be. Okay. Our Explorer, yeah, he can only build, rest, or tidy up the camp. So he is actually going to build with the assistance of the hammer and nails. That'll be our last use of that. So this will be an automatic success. Oh, right, we're actually supposed to technically trade that in for one of these brown ones. And, well, we're not actually going to put it over here. He's going to, got his spot a little off screen, but he's going to work on his shortcut. He's the only one who can build that anyway. So he is going to work on that. And for his second action, he's going to go ahead and tidy the camp. But he has, he's going to be using the Bible when that happens, which is going to get him a little bit extra. Next up, we are going to, let's see, the cook. Well, one thing the cook will do is we are going to put her on that. We're going to eliminate that threat before it goes through, because losing 2 morale would be very, very bad. Her other token, she's going to take this token that we got from building the map to make sure we have a definite success on one of the, let's see, she's going to explore. She's not an explorer, but she can still do it. Going to do that. What am I going to do with, we do have Friday. Yeah, okay, to get that fire done, we need to uncover a mountain space. So we're going to have, yeah, we're going to have Friday do a bit of exploring on his own. Let's have him go up there. Okay, we planned out our actions. Now we will resolve them. All right, the first action, going from left to right, we will be doing the threat area. The cook will rest. Not a normal rest action, but this special rest action, which means we can get rid of this card, yay, and she will get a determination token as well. Yeah, there we go. That actually gives her 4 determination, which is good, because I think we're going to be spending some determination to make sure we have enough food by the end of this turn. We will not be doing any hunting. So, on to some building. Okay, the only building we are doing is the Explorer is going to get a guaranteed success. Put that back there and get rid of this token. And he has created his shortcut. So we're going to place that token, which I should have gotten out. Give me a moment here. There we are. I'm going to place this token on any tile adjacent to your camp. And during the production phase, you get 1 chosen resource available on that tile. So we're going to put it here on the beach. So during production, we'll have access to either an extra wood or an extra food. We'll probably be doing wood, because we want to get that wood pile done. So we're going to flip this over to being an actual item now. And yes, that just reminds us of the effect. All right. That is it. We are not doing any scavenging. Now on to exploration. All right, first of all, we'll have the cook with using the map for a guaranteed success exploring there. So we'll turn over this tile. Not mountains. We got, I believe it's plains. Well, so there we can get potentially a wood. There's also a beast lurking there. So we'll draw a second beast card and shuffle it with the first one we got. We have 2 unknown critters that we can go hunting if we so choose. It's going to put a couple of tokens on plains symbols on the inventions. This means we can now build the rope and the medicine. Actually, the medicine might be good because we've got that that arm wound on the Explorer that might come back, although we don't know where in the pile it is. One nice thing about this particular tile is we're going to get 2 discovery tokens. So, let's hope for some goodness. First of all, fallen tree. That's that we're going to get some wood. That's lovely. And, oh, and we found some candles, which we can trade in for another building token to guarantee something there. So those will just go into the future resources. We don't get those until the actions are all done. Next up is Friday. He is going to explore, and he's on his own, so he's going to have to roll the green dice. Now, if he gets a question mark, he doesn't have a regular adventure. He just takes a wound from it. So, fingers crossed. Well, he didn't take a regular wound. He does get one from the adventure die coming up, so that will actually move him down to there. I mean, he's still got... He can do 3 more before actually dying. So he's not too bad for the time being, but most importantly, we got a success. So we will turn over another tile And yes, got the mountains we need to make a fire. So Friday can come back. So we can potentially get food there. We have it's going to be our third beast card to go into the hunting deck. Shuffle it in. Over on the inventions, out of shot. Can now make fire and a knife. Also, there is a natural shelter there. So for any reason any of us get stuck on that space, because of an adventure card, for example, at least there's a natural shelter and we won't suffer from being out in the elements overnight. We ignore the totem, and we get one more. Oh, look! Fallen tree. This is great, because we need wood. We might be able to actually start the wood pile next turn. That would be great. Alright, that's it for exploring. We just have one little action left. Alright, the explorer who, yeah, this turn has lost the will to live and just doesn't feel like going out and doing anything. He's kind of homebound right now. He is going to tidy the camp, which will give him actually 3 determination tokens instead of the normal 2, because he's going to have our first use of the Bible. You get 3 determination and heal a wound instead of just 2 determination. So we're going to get rid of 1 marker on that. Give the explorer 3 determination, heal him a wound, which means he's actually up to full. It's great. The cook and the explorer are both at full. And we get to put morale up by 1. We're going to move it up to 2. Morale is doing okay, but the weather hasn't kicked in yet. We'll see how happy everybody is after that. All right. That is it for the actions. Now we're going to end the action phase by getting all our goodies. Alright, so our resources all become active. We now have the candles, which we can turn in at some point to grab an extra building token. And 2 fallen trees, which immediately turn into 1 wood each. So we now have, we actually have 3 wood. That's good. I think we can start on the wood pile next turn. Alright, so that is all. That concludes the action phase entirely. Still don't have any weather, so we're going to skip the weather phase. So now we will move into the night phase. Okay, night phase. So, if we wanted to, we could move the camp, but we're not going to because that would get rid of our, we would have to redo our shortcut, and we're fine where we are. Next, food. Now, you see, we've only got 1 bit of food. However, we're just going to have the cook now use her stone soup ability and spend 3 determination tokens to get 1 bit of food. So we're going to throw those away to grab 1 of those, which we will discard along with that bit of food. So there's food for everybody. We are all good. We have a shelter, so nobody takes any damage from sleeping out in the elements. No more perishable food to discard, so we will just conclude the turn by giving the first player token over to the cook for next turn, and we are going to move on to turn 4 on the Castaways. And yes, the weather's going to start coming in, which could cause some problems, but we will see. And I just noticed one more little thing. Because we found mountains, it means we are able to build the hatchet, which will be excellent, because we'll have to spend a wood on it, but it means on our campsite we'll get 1 extra wood during our production phase. So I think we will probably do that next turn. That would be something to do right away. Might want to work on reinforcing our shelter as the weather is moving in. Of course, a lot of this depends on what happens in that event card. So we'll see what happens next time. Thanks very much everybody for watching. Thanks for subscribing to the channel and liking the videos, both on YouTube and Board Game Geek. It's very much appreciated. And I will see you next time when we go through yet another turn of Robinson Crusoe. So long.